Support for Radio Friends comes from Columbia Healthy Smiles, the dental office of husband and wife team Dr. Batson and Dr. Abe, offering comprehensive and customized care to patients of all ages. Learn more by calling 573-721-9039 or online at www.columbiahealthysmiles.com. Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on this Wednesday, July the 12th. Nanette Ward is with us today. And Nanette, of course, you know, is with Central Missouri Stop Human Trafficking. This is something that we're going to talk about today, but this is 15 years now. You're celebrating 15 years.
We're going into our 16th year, and I just wanted to come on and give some attention to how long we have been in this community, serving the community and survivors. April was our 15th anniversary, so we're charging ahead.
It's hard to believe. I remember when this organization started.
Yeah,
here.
2008.
It's hard to believe that much time has gone by. When you look back at 15 years, and I didn't ask you this ahead of time, so you may not have the answer.
Sorry.
Do you have any idea how many people you have actually helped?
Oh, I know we've helped hundreds.
And without this organization, these people would not be sharing the life that they have today.
I believe in great part, hard to say, we don't look at each one and say, well, if it weren't for us, but I would say if it weren't for us. I mean, there was someone who was secretly texting all the way in the Boot Hill. We helped her back to Missouri. She was able to exit trafficking. We had somebody all the way in Texas that we helped get back to Missouri. So, yes, and, those people are doing well. We had a labor trafficking or labor exploitation individual who just got a job with the city after knowing him for, over a year and getting him back on his feet. And he had, been in an industry where they were exploiting him. So, we had a survivor who ended up homeless all the way in Delaware and somehow ended up in Rochester, New York. And we just, within the last couple weeks, brought her back to Missouri to get her into getting some help again. So there would be many individuals whose lives would be lost to us. Yeah.
A lot of folks don't realize, and I didn't realize this until you brought it up, that Central Missouri, because of the proximity to the interstate,
yes,
has a problem with human trafficking.
It does, but also our surrounding small communities. We have dealt with communities in Boonville, Fulton, Jefferson City. I know that's still mid-Missouri, but Freeburg, one of our survivors came out of Freeburg, Missouri. It's a very small town. So, yeah.
So, Nanette, I think it's important for people to realize that there are some warning signs that you can look for. Why don't you pass some of those along?
Well, certainly with sex trafficking, there's often an individual who is sort of under the control of someone else and might think they're in a loving relationship, but actually that person is very controlling and manipulative, and that person gets sucked into a relationship, and then next thing, they're being asked to sell their bodies basically for money to support that relationship, and it's very difficult for them to get out of. And so you might have someone who wants to get out but is really hesitant because feels attacked.
But how can just an ordinary person notice it? How can you tell?
Yeah, so lots of when it doesn't feel right, it probably isn't. And so if you see someone,
what do you mean?
So if somebody and people in their relationships they see something doesn't seem right, something seems off, or I'm really worried about that relationship they have. We think those things, but we often don't act on them because we don't want to interfere. Well, this is about taking that risk to interfere. Better to find out. No,
but how do you approach if you suspect something is wrong? How do you approach that person?
So, like you do any friend or someone that to say, are you okay? You can start with, are you okay? I see some things that I'm worried about for you. can you share with me if you're feeling safe? Are you
Many
being
times
asked?
they're not left alone, though, at all, right?
Right, but you can ask, are there things you're being asked to do that you're not comfortable with? You don't want to say, are you being trafficked? Because they might not even realize what that is or think that's happening to them. So starting a conversation, that includes with your children. Are you seeing signs on social media? Are you seeing things on social media that are making you uncomfortable? Are there people communicating with you that really don't feel friendly? So parents, teachers, coaches, Sunday school teachers, uncles, aunties, grandparents, they can all have those conversations with people in their circle of influence.
Touch on, again, the kids, because are young people susceptible to this through
Most
social
susceptible.
media?
Why is that? Because predators are targeting our young people. Absolutely, our young people. So it's summer. Our kids are not in school, probably more free time. We try to keep them busy with activities, but they still have access to the internet. They still have access to all the different social media apps. They still have their smartphones, and that's like bringing in predators into the phone, so it goes with them whether they're at athletic activity or their home. You're bringing those predators into the home when they walk in with their smartphone.
How are the predators targeting these kids?
We can all see on social media, and you can then present yourself, show a picture, looks like a cute 18-year-old, and say, hey, I see you're really cute, or hey, I see that you like the same kinds of things I do, or I'm lonely too, I see you're lonely, I wish I could be your friend, and just get into their lives through social media communication. It's very easy access. So that leads me to the thing I want to say, in that we've done 15 years of reaching hundreds, thousands of people through our educational program. We do free presentations, whether it's a Rotary group to get to talk 15 minutes or a presentation to medical students that's an all-day training, and everything in between. Big Brothers, Big Sisters had us talk to their volunteers, to their big brothers and big sister mentors. We do presentations for free, law enforcement, social service groups.
So if you're hearing this today, if you are concerned, or if you would like to have someone come and talk to your group or organization, you can contact. How did they get in touch with you?
And I'll get the call to 866-590-5959.
Okay, wait. It's 866
590 5959.
5959. And that will get you in touch with someone. They would be happy to come out and talk to your organization.
Even if it's just a little family group.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
We're out of time.
I know, 15-year anniversary. So if you want to reach out to us, $15 T-shirts for the first 15 people who reach out to help us celebrate.
All right. Thank you, Nanette.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure having you here. And if there's something you'd like to hear or see, I'd love to hear from you. Drop me an email, pepperp@missouri.edu. Have yourself a nice day.